Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos offense takes the field. School feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
It's caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. Looking for space. It's Gaines. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Nelson. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pocket starts to collapse. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Handoff from the gun. Nice move there. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The corners are walked up tight. Pushes for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators shoot their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Louisiana Tech's offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He leaves it with the back. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Motion from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
The give to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. Finds a crease at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They're trying to get to it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Quickly out to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Georgia. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Okay, ready? That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking for a gap. It's Robertson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this thing hard.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got the quick pass.
And you know, if you're the receiver there, you just want to know where the sticks are. Maybe extend your route a little bit more so that you know you get the first down after making the catch. Fourth and short now. Let's see what they do.
As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things. Short yardage situations, we're going to practice them. We're going to be successful, but we're going to go for it.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback will audible. Dialing up a second down pass play. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
You know, that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. We're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive. Just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Broncos! He shed tackles like a snake getting around his skin.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then he shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Makes the quick grab. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got it down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a third and long. The aerial assault continues. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got him downfield. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on first down. He's going to pass. catch in the middle. It's Robertson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll go full wide. Twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football. No PI. Able to swat it away past it.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Robertson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dances away from the heat. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And that is exactly what you want with your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Gets it across the 20 to the 21 and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
This will likely be the last play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Boise for a fun first half than you? And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
Will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
The running back has it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of the stance and beat the offensive lineman, get into the running back, cat-like quickness?
Third and short now from their own 48. They'll leave it with him. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He got a hand in there, knocks it away incomplete.
That is a tremendous job of the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned down. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires left. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. On the move. Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13.
I think you run that play
third and short. They'll try to throw for it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover two, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. On the ground, it's Gaines. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the mark. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Used the play fake, now to throw. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Touchdown, Broncos! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This coaching staff is trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game, scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. After picking up this 1st down on the ground, let's see what they do. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, the offense is sending a very clear message. They didn't hit that play, but they've shown they've got the quarterback with the arm talent, and they've got the wide receivers with the speed. They are going to try and take shots and take the top off this defense. So if you're the secondary on defense, you know right now you're going to be in your back pedal. You're going to be turning and running a lot throughout the course of this game.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese,
he lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Boise State.
his 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. Don't do the rest. That's number 2. We're going to start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
assignment. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Give to the back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And the Broncos want to move quickly.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time,
Open runway ahead. Inside the 30. 10. Touchdown, Broncos. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
how about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. You might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Here comes the hurry up.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not?
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Reels it in down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. The snap sets up to throw. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Boise State ready to send out that offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Looking to pass, it's Nelson. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. This offense has a second down play. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Offense gets set for second down. They'll run the off-tackle play here. Keeps the legs moving. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robertson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still on the ground. Cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long. Trying to convert through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. And here we go. Down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to pin them back for this kickoff and then have the defense put the finishing touches on a win. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. When we get to the offseason,